Okay, we're back to living and learning and adapting. So I'm looking up at the camera instead of looking down at the screen. It's more comfortable looking down here, but for you, I'll look up here. Okay, looks like looking in the eye of Big Brother. Yeah, little bitty face right there. Itty bitty. Oh my, it's weird. Get used to it. Oh. Okay, see, thanks you all my beer. I like that. Um, so probably the way to go is to read my text, the text of what I'm going to say, and then comment on it within the time frame allowed. Then not running out like I did last time. That'd probably be smarter. So here's the text I have. And this is part 3 of my reevaluating how I pay my tithe. Not talking about you, talking about me. This is my reflection. This is my spiritual journey. I'm your fellow pilgrim, okay? What you do is what you do. It's your business. Blah. Okay, but I've been at this game a long time, and probably much longer than you. So you can, the gray hairs, I earned every one of them there, fellas. Okay, meanwhile, over the last 30 years, I have been given the full tithe of gross to the church. It's happened sometimes that for a while, I give nothing or little. I remember one time I used to struggle to put $5 in the envelope or $1 or $3 in the envelope at a certain big church that I was going to, because I wanted to. For me, you see, the issue is to honor God. I'm getting off my text. I get my text. Okay. According to Barna, 10% of the members give 10%. 10% give zero. The average is a little less than 3%. It has been that for years and years. All the country, all different denominations notice that. Everybody assumes everybody gets 10%. It's a lie. It's just not true. And well, now I struggle whether to go on with my text or to depart from it. That's kind of, I guess, that thing every preacher has. I think we'll be more lively with this. I'm not trying to. I'll give it 5 minutes, but I want to be real with you as what comes to my mind at that moment. Again, with my 3 to 5 minutes time frame. So, again, living and learning. Here we go. Blah 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 blah. I think that more people don't give the church because the church doesn't really present in any significant way the great works they're doing during the week. They don't. They maybe mention we're doing XYZ program, but they're not talking about changed lives. They're not sharing testimonies in any significant ways. Once or twice a year, they might trot somebody out to do a little testimony, but it's likely to take up these precious minutes for the sermon, for the preacher to get in the pulpit and bore the hell out of some people. You know, I'll talk about that later. It's like I have sat up close and taken notes. I wanted to learn. Like I told a guy today, I forget half of the time I got to the parking lot. Give me a pop quiz the next day, I'd flunk it. A week later, I couldn't tell you even what the subject was, much what he said. That's the time the preacher took to prepare and to present. Everybody paid him basically for that. And when church speakers are looking, they're looking for a preacher. They're not looking for a teacher. They're not looking for a leader. They're not looking for a disciple maker. They're looking for a preacher. People are brainwashed that preaching is what church is for. Well, fiddly do on that one, Magoo. When you got marriages falling apart, people, credit card messed up, eating disorders, people's lives out of control. You want somebody to talk at them. That's just tickling ears. That's all that is. You're not changing lives. You're not making disciples. You're not impacting the world. You're not reaching the community. You're just you're fooling yourself. The other thing I want to say briefly, I could go so long for this. We're so ignorant of church history. I want to spit or cuss either way. Spit is like my pleasant way of saying I want to cuss. And I know how to cuss, by the way. I know some 4-letter words. Curl your hair. Anyway, let's go back to this. In church history, there's times when the Lord's Supper, the table was the center. Now the pulpit was, and now the worship is becoming the center, which is that's interesting at some level, you know. And now they want to go to the home church and the simple church and the organic church. So then the community becomes the center, and that's fine. All those are useful, but none of them is the main thing. They're all needed together. But why would I give? And the other thing is, I'll get this later. Is the local church all of the kingdom of God's, all of their? What about parachurch? What about missions organizations? What's for the extra, the over and the top? You give to them if you want to, have anything left. Well, that's a lot of fiddly do. Well, they're not discipling. They're not mentoring. They're not doing benevolence. They're not tramp leaders. They're not. Divorce rates about the same. What's that mean? Credit card abuse about the same. Who's that? God bless him. Financial University Freedom, Dave Ramsey is out there, offers it, and people don't use it. Hardly anybody uses it. Now, I may know, but Crown Financial, we're not using that. So the members are paying interest rates on credit cards that's not going to missions, that's not going to building funds, that's not going to pay off their houses and their cars because the church won't say that out loud. Well, that's just cowardice and foolishness. Thank you very much. 5 minutes, okay.